Somewhere in midlife, relationships start to shift. And this is definitely something that no one ever talks about. Your friends drift away, family dynamics seem to change. And yet, people still expect access to you like nothing's different. Although, everything is. And somewhere along the way, you start realizing you're tired. Not of people necessarily, although you could be, but mainly of overgiving. You're tired of carrying that emotional weight that isn't yours. And of course, showing up out of obligation instead of alignment. Anyone else raising their hands right now? I know I am. If you are, don't worry, I got you totally covered. Stick around because this episode is absolutely for you. I promise there's nothing wrong with you. You're just evolving. And today we're going to get into it. We're talking about how to navigate friendships, family, boundaries, and all the things in midlife without having any guilt, without burning bridges, and honestly, without losing your damn mind in the process. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion edition. I'm your host, Kimberly Riggins, health and life coach, holistic nutritionist, and your go-to bullshit detector for all things midlife. If you've ever rolled your eyes at the phrase aging gracefully, you're my kind of rebel. Because midlife isn't about slowing down. It's about showing up, speaking up, and maybe flipping a few tables along the way. So grab your coffee or your cocktail. I'm not here to judge. It's time we raise some hell, laugh a little, and love our naked asses again. Let's do this. Okay, Rebels. Before we get into it, I just want to welcome you back to another episode of Love Your Naked Ass podcast. Today, like I said, we're talking about relationships, not dating, not romance. That's for a later episode, but the relationships that actually shape your day-to-day life. I'm talking friendships, family, and the boundaries that suddenly feel non-negotiable. Here's what I know. Midlife relationships are not light and fluffy. In fact, they're quite layered. They're real. And sometimes they're exhausting as hell if you don't navigate them intentionally. Here's what I know about myself. First, I'm an Aquarius. I'm also an Enneagram 8. And my friendships have always come and gone. For a long time, I thought that meant something was wrong with me. But looking back, most of the friendships that faded weren't dramatic. They were just draining. Very one-sided, emotionally heavy. And basically, they were built on me always being the strong one, the available one, the fixer. Maybe that's exactly where my Aquarius independence and my Enneagram 8 intensity showed up. I'm not sure, but here's what I know. I'm not wired for constant contact or surface-level closeness. I value honesty, loyalty, and people who show up when it actually matters. I am not into performative connection at all. As I've gotten older, some people might think midlife made me colder. I just think it made me clearer about what kind of connection I'm willing to sustain. I just don't have the energy to appease everyone anymore. So now I can count my true girlfriends on one hand. We don't talk every day. We don't check in just to check a box. But if one of us needs something, we always show up. And that's what really matters. If midlife taught me anything about friendship, it's this. Proximity doesn't equal connection, and history doesn't equal obligation. And truthfully, not every relationship is meant to come with you into every season. So why do you think relationships shift in midlife? I mean, my personal opinion, midlife isn't just a transition for you. It's also a transition for everyone around us. Your friends are navigating their own stress. They have their own hormone issues, marriages, careers, identity shifts, all the things. Your family dynamics change, sometimes really suddenly. Your kids become adults and adult kids pull away until they don't. And your partners, they evolve right alongside you. So if you're not paying attention, it's really easy to get pulled into other people's needs and expectations. until your life doesn't feel like your own anymore. And that's when boundaries come in, not as walls, but as clarity. Boundaries are not about being cold. They're not about pushing people away. They're about answering one honest question. Does this relationship give as much as it takes? Boundaries protect your time, your energy, your mental health, and your nervous system. And here's the part that I think women struggle with the most. When you start setting boundaries in midlife, some people do not like it. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It means the relationship was built on access, not mutuality. Okay, let's shift gears. Let's give you some practical ways you can navigate relationships right now. And let's make this real and doable. I'm going to give you 5 things to think about. Number 1, first, audit your relationships. I want you to decide who leaves you feeling supported and who leaves you feeling obligated, irritated, or drained. Now, I'm not asking you to ditch them, throw them to the curb, or get rid of them. I'm asking you to really think about how people in your life make you feel. And I want you to pay attention to that because your body already knows. Number 2, I want you to communicate clearly, not emotionally. So the next time you have a conversation with a friend or family member, practice saying what you need, say what you can offer, and stop hoping people will read your mind. Number 3, learn to say no, and say no without a backstory. No is a complete sentence. And if that doesn't work, something like this. No, that doesn't work for me. That's enough, I promise. You do not owe anyone explanations for protecting your energy. Ever. Number 4, invest intentionally. Midlife isn't about maintaining everything. It's about nurturing what's real and making sure that what you put into your life brings you joy. And number 5, let evolution happen. Sometimes your relationships are going to fade quietly, and sometimes they're just going to disappear. And that's not failure, that's growth. All right. This week, I want you to choose one relationship that feels completely off balance. We all have one, everyone does. And I want you to choose one of these 3 things. I want you to set a boundary, have a clear conversation, or take a step back without guilt. That's it. After a couple of days, I want you to notice how your body feels afterward. Relief is also information. Before I let you go, I want you to remember this. You don't need more people in your life. You need aligned people. You are absolutely allowed to choose depth over quantity, peace over obligation, and mutual respect over history. Midlife relationships are not meant to drain you. They're meant to support the woman you're becoming. I want you to protect your energy, protect your time, and protect your peace. And if this conversation is landing at all, and you're realizing that midlife requires better boundaries, deeper support, and fewer places where you have to explain yourself, don't forget Rebel Royalty is open. It's my supportive space for midlife women who want honest conversations, practical tools, and a community that actually fits this season. No pressure, no performance, just support that makes showing up for yourself much easier. All right, next week, we are taking this conversation into the romance department. In honor of Valentine's Day, I decided we should talk about partnership in midlife. We're talking about real love, how desire changes, how to stay connected, how to communicate better, and how to take on that emotional intimacy that definitely evolves as we get older, and what it actually takes to build a resilient marriage that supports who you are now. I'll see you there. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion edition. If you're loving the show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, drop a rating, or leave a review. Because we're not here to tweak the old narrative. We're here to torch it, rewrite it, and make damn sure every woman knows midlife is her prime. Don't forget to join me on Substack at Rebel Midlife, where we get raw, real, and a little rebellious about what it means to thrive in this chapter. I'm Kimberly Riggins, signing off with this reminder: midlife isn't a crisis, it's your comeback story. Catch you next time, Rebel.